Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Serge again. Welcome to another year. So happy New Year to you all. I hope you had great holiday time. So today I wanted to start talking a bit more about nutrition. And of course, one of my expertise is to help people with chronic issues. And this is the goal too, is to help people, to empower people with knowledge. And I'm really intrigued. I have been actually really interested for the last 20 plus years about the impact of animal fats on health, like cardiovascular issues, Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, and so on and so on. And today I want to focus on insulin resistance, for example, because it is a big concern out there. There's more and more people coming to me dealing with insulin resistance. It may not mean that they have weight issue. Actually, I see more and more people dealing with insulin resistance, but they're skinny, they're slim, they don't have weight issues. Years ago, we thought that weight was a main factor behind insulin resistance. It is a factor. It may not be the one, actually, the major one. There's other factors involved into that, and I wanted to cover diet part. And specifically, I wanted to address this study that came out a few months ago, actually, and this is a feeding study. So meaning they took about 160 people like us, and they divided those people into three categories. One, they fed a low carb diet, a moderate diet of carbs, and the high carb diet. So we have three different diets. So the low carb diet was about 20% of the calories were carbs. To me, it's not quite low. Clinically, what I say with people is you have to be lower, maybe in the 5-10%, a really low carb diet in order to really see more benefits. But that was the design of the study. So 20% carbs, 40% carbs, and 70% carb. These were the three main diets that they fed people with. And then they look at different blood markers and insulin resistance and HbA1c and high cholesterol and all those different blood markers. And then at the end of the day, the study showed that if you feed people a low carb diet, they see an improvement in um, the blood markers for HDL, as we can see here. So HDL improve, the LDL improve, the inflammatory marker didn't change among the different diets, the triglyceride improve, lipoprotein A improve. So all those different markers improve on a low carb diet, specifically insulin resistance improve. For years, medical doctors believe that saturated fat, cholesterol, animal fats would cause insulin resistance, but that's not the case at all because people are eating a low carb diet. They were eating a really high diet in animal fats, and they saw their markers improve. So it has nothing to do um, with animal fats. It has everything to do with sugar, carbs. When they look at people eating the most carb, the 60, 70% range, those markers actually worsen over time. So they saw more people with insulin resistance. They saw higher cholesterol issue, the higher triglyceride. So it's really interesting to me that for the last 10, 15 years, I've put people on a low carb diet, and sometimes it's no carb diet at all, like carnivore diet. Um, and most of the time, it's more like in the 5-10% kilo range carb. And the people see an improvement in the high cholesterol, cholesterol goes down, triglyceride goes up, lipoprotein A, for example, all those different markers of inflammation all improve. So that right there tells us that animal fats do not cause inflammation, like the paper just demonstrated, and do not cause insulin resistance, and do not lead to diabetes. So all those conditions are driven by a high intake of carbs, and specifically refined starches, like the white sugars and the wheat, the white flours, all those different flours can actually drive these markers up. Sometimes even safe starches like potatoes, like rice, quinoa, could be players in inflammatory conditions like heart disease and cancer. So, of course, everything is a bit customized based on the patient situation. But this latest paper showed without a doubt, we've known that for actually 60, 70 years, that animal fats do not cause diabetes, heart disease, like these markers have improved, cancer, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's disease. So go ahead and enjoy some animal fats. Personally, I follow a carnivore diet, a really little carbs, a lot of fats, some animal protein. So my diet is somewhere in the 70%, 80% of fats, 30% of animal protein, and a few percent of carbs. And I've been doing that for a little while, actually, for months and months and months. And my markers are fine. My markers actually are in the range. I feel better than ever. So sometimes we use the carnivore diet as a starting diet to eliminate all the food that could cause inflammation, that can be part of the problem. And then we add back one food at a time as a elimination type of diet to say, okay, what are the food that could be problematic in the patient situations? And it can be anything. But one thing we know is animal proteins, animal fats, do not contribute to these different modern diseases. I hope it makes sense. If you have any question on this, let me know. Thank you guys for watching and have a good rest of the day.